We're live to Jakarta now. Dan Borsche is joining me. Dan, well, after 10 years, a new Indonesian president later today.
Kieran, good morning. That's absolutely right. The final preparations were put in place throughout the weekend to inaugurate Joko Widodo this morning as the 7th Indonesian president, just the 4th to be democratically elected. Joko's rise is not like any in Indonesian history. He's not from the political elite or from the military. He grew up in a shanty town of Solo, becoming a carpenter and then moving on to become a furniture retailer, then the mayor of his town and later the governor of Jakarta, where he really introduced major reforms, particularly around congestion in the city and opening up more hospital beds. Many are hoping that'll be one of the hallmarks of his presidency.
And Dan, some positive signs about possible bipartisan support for Widodo's much-needed economic reforms after he met with his fierce election rival Prabowo at the weekend.
Yeah, Kieran, this was seen as a major coup for Joko Widodo. Completely unexpected. As you know, there's been quite a lot of animosity. It was a hard-fought campaign. The two leaders of their parties met over the weekend, and you'd have to say that this might pave the way for Joko Widodo and his great Indonesian coalition to move through some of its legislative agenda, particularly in the economics arena. We know that the Red and White coalition, which is the opposition, holds more than 290 seats in Parliament. Joko Widodo's party holds just under 200, and we've already seen the Red and White flexing their muscle, getting through around 5 significant pieces of legislative change over the last recent weeks. The biggest of those was to remove direct elections for the lowest level of bureaucracy in Indonesia, which was quickly forced down by Widodo after a big backlash across the country. But Joko Widodo comes to this position having to really turn around the economic fortunes of the country. One of the biggest things that many spectators say he'll have to do is remove the fuel subsidy, which eats up about 20% of the annual revenue of the country, which you'd have to say will be hugely controversial. But then there are other issues, particularly around competitiveness and also a depreciating rupiah. So some big challenges Joko Widodo has that'll start presumably tomorrow. For today, it's all about celebration for him. He'll be joined by international leaders to welcome him into this elite club of global leaders.
Dan Borsche in Jakarta, thank you. We'll chat to you soon. A quick break. Back in just a moment.